Okay, almost forgot to do this week. It's Vikings game preview. Vikings Cardinals week 13. Vikings return home after the road trip, the very successful road trip. We swept it. We swept November. Very good. Very good. Maybe not aesthetically pleasing, but it was very good for the record books. Now we come home for December with 4 home games. First of them against the Cardinals, who are very much in the playoff mix. I believe they were leading the NFC West going into last week, but then they got beat in Seattle. I think they only scored 6 points, um, but they had been kind of rising through the season, and now they um, had a setback. So now they come here. Um, the Cardinals have never, the Arizona or Phoenix Cardinals for that matter, have never won in Minnesota. The Cardinals franchise has not won here since 1977, and I wasn't even born then. Um, so we've got that streak to continue. We're coming off Thanksgiving. We didn't play, but everyone else in the division did. Of course, we had the ridiculous finish in Detroit, where that officially cost Eberflop his job. Uh, they had a great chance to at least get the Lions into overtime and maybe get a win. And obviously, at some point, we're going to need somebody to beat Detroit for us to have a chance to maybe catch them, preferably a team in the division, because um, we're gonna need a tiebreaker edge of some sort too if we end up catching them. I still think that's unlikely, but that didn't help our cause at all, and frankly, it hurt our cause because now the Bears might be competently coached in a couple weeks when they come here for Monday Night Football. And then the night game was another annoying game. I don't know why I put my faith in the Miami Dolphins for anything. They played like absolute garbage. They had been on the rise too, and then they played like absolute garbage in Green Bay and handed the Packers a win. So Green Bay is also keeping pace in the division. They're a half game back of us. Even if we happen to lose this week, we'd still be ahead of them for the tiebreaker. But you know, it's like we're 9-2. We shouldn't be. We should. If you're 9-2, you should be comfortably in first place and not, you know, maybe like a week away from being in third place. But that's our reality. Um, you know, coming home obviously be nice. Get the home crowd going. Injury wise, we're not too bad off. Josh Oliver's out again. Um, Cam Robinson's listed as questionable, so that might pose a problem if we end up with Quisenberry at the left tackle again. Of course, the big news of the week, I did a video on it. We signed Daniel Jones to the practice squad, but that won't be a factor in this. That won't be a factor in this game. It might not be a factor in any of the games. Um, but I expect the Vikings to come home and win. I'm hoping it's a little better from a point production standpoint. I mean, we did score 30 last week, um, but we still haven't. I don't think this offense has really clicked in like I thought they would, especially once Hawkinson came back. Um, but maybe that'll happen this week. I mean, the Cardinals are kind of pesky. They were bad last year, and some people had them as kind of a surprise team this year. They're kind of just in the mix. Washington's fallen off some, so that last wild card is up for grabs between a lot of teams. It's really us and the Packers for the first 2 wild cards, assuming we can't catch Detroit. Um, so it's obviously we're gonna be kind of in a situation for a lot of these games in December where the other team does kind of need it more than we do. I think the Cardinals probably are a little more of a desperate team. I think next week Atlanta might be more desperate. I mean, the Bears, whatever, and but then we play Seattle. They're a little bit desperate, and obviously Green Bay. So we're gonna be, we're gonna have to be on our A game to come out of this month. I would hope we can come out of this month 4-1. Be great if we could win 4 out of 5. 4 out of the 5. Obviously, I hope we just, if we just take care of business in the home games, that takes care of that. But I do think they'll win. I do think they'll win this week. I think, you know, Darnold's coming off one of his best games, and I think certainly his best drive as a Viking. Um, and he finally learned that she can lead an offense by not forcing the ball to JJ. But maybe JJ will also have a big comeback week, because maybe the Cardinals will realize, hey, they're going to throw it to T.J. Hawkinson. They're going to throw it to Jordan Addison. They're going to hand the ball to Aaron Jones. It's not just going to be JJ all the time. So maybe we can't, double team JJ all the time, and maybe he'll have a breakout game again. Hope that old line holds up. Whether it's Robinson or Quesenberry, we seem to make it easy. We seem to make it tougher on ourselves than it needs to be. I think this will be a close game. I mean, I think it'll be I would be surprised if it's more than like a 10-point game. But I think coming back home, having the home crowd, I think we'll be able to get after Kyler Murray. Now, hopefully, we understand that he can run. We let Caleb Williams run a lot last week. But I think they'll get it done. I think this will be in like a 31-24 type of game, 31-20 type of game. I think we'll sweat it out in the fourth quarter, because that's what we do. But I think we'll win, and we'll go to 10-2 and keep this thing rolling.